Hello, everybody, and welcome to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. This is a bonus episode as we are in between seasons, if you will, of the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. But we have enough going on that I needed to come on and do an episode, and you know how I do it. We're going to have some free value here too. So I am recording this episode live on Instagram, and then we'll upload it, ideally, right, to the podcast. And so this is episode 139 as we get ready for season 3. And if you have any wedding industry experts, or even not necessarily industry experts, but maybe somebody who is an expert in something else like sales, time management, and so forth, let me know, and we can get them on the show for that coming up. But what I want to talk about today is ChatGPT. All right, the stuff that I'm doing on ChatGPT that you're not going to see in my presentation in the Book More Wedding Summit. And of course, we want to talk about the Book More Wedding Summit. So I'm sure you've heard me talk about it by now, or other wedding industry professionals. So we'll keep that part short and sweet. But the Book More Wedding Summit kicks off on Monday, and the pre-party call is today. So if you want to get on that and be a part of the whole summit from start to finish, today is the day to get your free ticket, which I have linked in my Instagram bio. Or if you're listening on the podcast, I will have in the show notes. So this is a free virtual summit, which means that people can watch from their homes, from their computers, from their phones, whatever you prefer, and pick which speakers you want to listen to. And everybody comes on different dates, and there are different categories for each date of what we're going to be focusing on and what you're going to be listening to. So I am talking about in the summit ChatGPT for wedding marketing and how it can really cut your time in half. And that's what I want to talk about today on this episode of some things I'm doing on ChatGPT, or how I approach it the first time, right? What do I do when I'm like, all right, I'm going to use ChatGPT for marketing? What does that mean? What does that look like? So let me pause, take a drink, because it's live. I can't edit it like I do at home when I'm doing just a podcast recording. So if anybody wants me to use their brand as an example, I'm happy to do that. Let's see. But, okay, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. So let's just say I am doing marketing for a wedding planner, and it's a destination wedding planner in Mexico. I'm going to assume, right, if they're outsourcing their social media to me, right, that their content on their website is pretty top notch. And if you guys haven't looked into the content on your website, this is why this is so important, because it's kind of starts there and then it is used and repurposed everywhere else. So if you haven't really fine-tuned and looked into the about section on your website, before you really start utilizing these AI tools, I recommend you to look into it, because it's going to be really helpful when leveraging ChatGPT. So when I go into ChatGPT, I'm going to tell them about the wedding planner. I'm going to say, this is the name of the company. This is where they service people. This is what makes them different. This is what I'm trying to get out of these postings. Okay. So I tell them that. And if you have any questions on ChatGPT as I'm going, let me know. And then after I tell them that, I say, can you write me Instagram captions based on this? And I just look to see what blanket captions they're going to come up with just based on that alone. And if that I'm pleased and I like what they're giving me, I'll keep it. Otherwise, I fine tune it and will ask, can you do this in a different tone? I may say, do it in the tone of Kim Kardashian. If that's your audience, do it, May say, do it in a more professional tone. Can you make it less whimsical? Can you make it less corny, less cheesy? That's happened too. Or I could say, can you encourage them to visit my website? and so forth. Once I like what I get, then I start kind of piecing pieces of it to the caption. What I don't do is copy and paste the entire thing, because often what you're going to be getting with ChatGPT are things that look like it's AI created, right? But there are gems within it. Okay, let me pull up an example of what ChatGPT would say based on that. So while I'm typing, let me know if you have any specific questions with using ChatGPT. But I'm going to say, can you write Instagram captions for a destination wedding planner in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, who caters to couples traveling from North America? They love... Let's just leave it at that, because we're live. Okay, and so now it's saying here are some Instagram caption ideas. So the first thing we're getting is, from the sun-kissed beaches to magical sunsets, Cabo San Lucas is where love stories are written in the sand. Let's turn your destination wedding dreams into a reality. So right away I'm like, no. That's too cheesy, too whimsical. I could say from the beaches to the sunsets and tweak that a bit as I'm creating a caption. Number 2, we got imagine exchanging vows with the sound of waves as your background music. We specialize in creating unforgettable moments for couples traveling from North America. Oh, I meant to say United States. Okay, don't laugh at me. To the breathtaking shores of Cabo San Lucas. So we have to modify my original prompt, which you can just scroll back up and hit edit. And I'm going to say let's just say they're traveling from the south of the United States. And then we're going to modify that ChatGPT prompt, and we're going to get something that's, oh, look, it says from the Southern Charm to Cabo Sunset, your dream wedding awaits in paradise. So now we're getting different things, and they're even categorizing it for me here as it comes up. I'll show you on the live what I am seeing. So it's giving me different categories. But really what's going to happen from here is, in this part, this is the most beneficial for me, but you have to upgrade to a paid version of ChatGPT to take advantage of this. So I don't have this part in my presentation for the Book More Wedding Summit, because this part is just, it's for paid users. So I wanted the presentation to have something anybody can do on ChatGPT. But when you are using ChatGPT and you have the paid version, I'm going to switch my screen for people watching on the video. You can upload a photo and ask them to make, they'll remember everything you just told them, and you click that little paper clip to upload a photo. I'm just going to pick a random photo I have on my computer, and now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make a caption based on that image, on this picture. And then you can add, please include that this is at such and such venue, or that this included this. So now it makes the caption based on the photo and based what's in it. So now there's even less for you to do. They know the information to pull about your business and where you're located and who you serve. And now it's adding that to the images that you have uploaded yourself. The part where this really requires a bit more skill is knowing, okay, the way ChatGPT formats their posts, right? You can tell it's a format every time. So you can tell when someone's using ChatGPT if they just copy and paste, because of where the emojis are, because of the 3 hashtags, because of the hashtags having capitals for every new word. So I try to personalize it still and not just use the ChatGPT answers. They're what gives me the inspiration and gives me the creativity to know what to post. But I'm using it as a social media manager. You're using it for yourself and for your business to save you time, right? So there's less of that urgency to be customizing the ChatGPT prompt. So if you have any questions on ChatGPT while you're watching live, you can ask me. But I want to go back to the summit. So on the summit, my presentation, which goes live Monday, you can watch it for free tomorrow only. Otherwise, you have to have a paid ticket to watch it. Is going to be showing you tools that are for the free version of ChatGPT. Also on Monday, we have standing out from your competition without discounting. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. I got a nice comment saying thank you for sharing ideas and information that helps us become better planners and designers. I truly appreciate that. And I hope you're in the summit, attending the summit. Get the free ticket because there's so much that you as a planner and designer, I think, will really like. We also have Design Sells, How Your Brand Aesthetic Can Make You More Money from Evalee Foster. So that's really great. We have The Conversion Factor by Elizabeth Shields, turning inquiries into bookings. So if sales is your problem, that's a good one to do, as well as Sealing the Deal with Melissa Rich, which is mastering your initial inquiry process to book more weddings. So these are just some of the presentations that are going to be happening Monday only. So your free ticket gets you each set of presentations for 24 hours. So if you want to see the ChatGPT presentation for free, you can do that on Monday. Otherwise, you're going to have to upgrade your ticket to get to watch it, with lifetime access. We also have a presentation Monday about creating profitable packages for your wedding business, which I've been really loving with Allie from Event Enlightenment. She's been doing package audits, which I think is so great, having somebody else look at your packages and let you know what she would change, what you're missing, maybe what language to add, and so forth. So the free ticket is in my bio. If you go to Instagram, I Do Wedding Marketing in the link, or you could go to idoweddingmarketing.com/links, and it's the Book More Wedding Summit free ticket. So I have that linked there where you'll be able to get all this information. Plus, they go live today at 3 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be live in the Facebook group, kicking everything off, and you can get to know everybody. And this is where you can ask specific questions to people. So maybe you've been dying to ask Sarah Dunn from Sarah Does SEO about SEO for your website. If you go into that Facebook group where she's active, you're going to be able to ask these experts direct questions and get some answers. So that's what I really love about these summits. And the value is what you make of it. So if you really take time to leverage this access and to leverage the speakers, you can transform your business and get yourself in a really good place to implement. Because right now we're at the end of August, so you have between now and really, let's say, early November to start taking action before wedding season really kicks off. So it gives you enough time for taking action. We also have, by Holly Smith, a step-by-step guide to generating leads through social media. So I'm all about that. And if you're looking to do ads for your marketing this year, we have Mark Chapman from the I Do Society talking about advertising, what to know, and how to create ads that convert, as well as the Wedding Industry Ad Girls talking about how to show up in the news feeds and the stories of your ideal clients, even when you're too busy. So there's just so many different topics to cover everything that you could need as a wedding professional. We also have one about styled shoots, how to get found on Google, so much. And then after the presentations are the live activities. So on Monday, we have a speaker panel at 12 p.m. Pacific, a networking session so you can connect with the other vendors and grow your own networking. And that's at 1:30 Pacific time. And then there'll be a presentation about standing out without discounting. So that's just an example of what these days are going to look like, and all you can learn within it. It's pretty exciting as I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at the panel of events and getting overwhelmed. So that was my free value of the ChatGPT. All right. So to go over it again, take some information from your about page, tell ChatGPT who you are, what you do, where you do it, who you're looking to attract, and then ask them to write captions. You have to specifically say captions, because if you say post, it will write you more of a blog post length caption. All right. And that can be good because you can pick and choose pieces from it. But if you're looking for bite-sized pieces, then it's going to be really important to say Instagram caption. Secondly, once they have that information fed about you, then you can start attaching. If you have the paid version, they give you a few free ones you can do, so you can see if you like it. And that was what got me hooked. So you can attach photos to your prompt and say, can you write me a caption for this photo of a wedding ceremony or of the centerpieces we made, or just give them a little more to work with than just the photo, I find to be helpful. And then you get some really good quality captions that only took a moment of your time. And the more you do it, just the easier it's going to get and the better you're going to get at it. So make sure you check out the link in my bio, or go to idoweddingmarketing.com/links to get that free ticket. And don't miss this ChatGPT presentation tomorrow. I also have the Wedding Business Builder live and ready for purchase. This is for somebody who is maybe in between going full-time booked and busy with their wedding business and starting it. Maybe you haven't started at all, or maybe you're still in that side hustle phase. That's who the Wedding Business Builder is for. So you can check out the sales page on that at idoweddingmarketing.com/links as well. Thank you for everybody who tuned in live. If you're watching on the replay or listening at the podcast, just let me know your questions. DM me at idoweddingmarketing, and I will get right to them if you have any questions on the summit as well. If you're going to be attending the summit, make sure you go into the Facebook group and start chatting, because like I said, it is what you make of it. So the more you get in there and ask questions, the more you're going to increase that value of your ticket. Thanks so much, and I will see you on the next I Do Wedding Marketing podcast episode. Thank you.